Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I will show you on how to mod the Vita and set up SD to Vita using the Android phone only, no computer required. Shout out to Anthony Villamonte for sharing me this process. But before me proceed to the guide, please like, comment and subscribe if this video helps, thank you. Let's get started. On this tutorial I use my Poco X3 NFC Android phone. I also use Solid Explorer app as my file manager. I'll be using this two RAR files for this process. The download links is in the description below. The FinalHe I used already includes Vita Deploy, Auto Plugins 2 and the HenCore data files. I put different packages of FinalHe in the description below for you to choose for. The other RAR file I used is the Exagear application. I used the T+C plus 6.0 version. This version is compatible for adreno 6XX devices. If this is not compatible you can try to find the Exagear that will be compatible on your phone. I recommend putting the downloaded files on the downloaded folder for easy access. After you downloaded the required files, extract it using the file manager. Wait until it finished extracting the files. After extracting, open the T+C plus 6.0 folder. Then install T+C plus 6.0 APK. When you open it for the first time, it will get an error message, because it needs the OBB files in order to run the application. Cut or copy the OBB folder. I choose Cut, in order to easily transfer the folder to other location. Go to the root folder of the internal memory. Locate and enter the Android folder. Paste in on the Android folder directory. Click Merge. Wait until the transfer is finished. You can now go back to the T+C plus 6.0 application. Wait until it loads and open. After it opens, you will see that it is empty. We need to click the desktop name. And click Manage Container. Click on the plus sign. You will see a new container. Click the three dots. Click the settings. You can change the name of the container. I rename it to Vita JB using Android. Click on the resolution. I choose Full HD. Click Color Depth. I choose 32-bit. Click Language. I choose English. Turn back to the home menu. You will see your newly made container. Click it. Wait until it loads. You will see the controls to be used. You will also see the file manager of the app. Press 3 fingers to remove the toolbar. Use 2 fingers to zoom in and drag the file manager. Double-click the D folder, this is equivalent of the download folder in the Android phone. Open the FinalHe folder. Long press the FinalHe exe. You can double-click it to open it immediately. But for me, I long press it and click Create Link so that it will show on the desktop. Close the file manager. Look for the FinalHe icon. Double-click it. The FinalHe opens. Adjust it on your preference. Click the side arrow button. You will see that Auto Plugins 2 and Vita Deploy is in the FinalHe. Our setup with the Android phone is already finished. Let's get our Vita for the next process to do. I use a Vita Slim for this video. Vita Slim has an internal memory of 1 GB, so I do this process without using a Vita memory card. If you use a Vita OLED, you will be needing a Vita memory card to do this guide. You will see that my Vita is in 3.74. You can do this guide on a Vita with 3.65 to 3.74 firmware. Check the Vita if it has an account already logged in. If not, you will need one. Next, we need to connect the Android phone to the Vita. In order to do that, we must open the hotspot of the Android phone. It is recommended that your phone must have an internet access in order to download additional files later on. After we open the hotspot of the phone, we will connect the Vita to it. Go to the settings of the Vita. Then click Network. Wi-Fi settings. Open the Wi-Fi. Look for the hotspot of the phone and connect to it. The name of my hotspot is Poco X3. Wait until it's successfully connected. After that, let's go back to the home menu of the Vita. Look and click Content Manager. Then you can choose Copy Content. Select PC as your device. Select Wi-Fi as your method of connection. You will see an option, Localhost, click it. If there is no localhost, you can click Add Device to locate your connection. After that, you will see that you need to enter a number. You can locate the number on the phone's display. You can zoom the display in order to see the number clearly. Here is the number that needs to be entered in the Vita. Type it on the Vita. Then press Register. The device is registered. Press Next. Wait until it connects. You will see that the Vita is already connected to the FinalHe. On your phone, check Trim in order to lessen the size of the Hencore 2. Then also check Auto Plugins 2 and Vita Deploy. Click the Let's Go button to start the process. It will take time, so wait for it until it's finished. The process is finished. We will see on the phone screen an instruction on what to do next on the Vita. On the Copy Contents section, choose PC to PS Vita System. Applications. PS Vita. You will see the three apps, H Encore 2, Auto Plugins 2 and Vita Deploy. Check all of them and click Copy. Press OK. Wait until the copying of apps will be complete. Go back to the home menu of the Vita. You will see that the three apps are already in the Vita. We can now remove the Android phone because it will not be used on the next process. After we install the necessary apps, we will now finally mod the Vita. Before that, we will check the firmware version of the Vita. It's on 3.74 and it's still unmodded. I also go to the internet connection to connect to my Wi-Fi. I will use this during the process. In the home menu, click H Encore 2. Press Yes. Click Install Henkaku. If it errors, just restart the Vita and try again. Then install Vita Shell. The Vita is already jailbroken, but we need to downgrade it and install ENSO so that it will be permanent. Go back to Settings. Henkaku Settings. Check Enable Unsafe Homebrew. Go back to Home menu. Click and open Vita Deploy. Then click Install a different OS. I use Quick 3.65 install in this guide. But you have an option to install 3.60, it depends on your preference. Wait until it finished the download of the firmware. You must have an internet connection to do this. After download, you will see an instruction. Press X to proceed. Wait for 20 seconds. Press X again to start the downgrade process. After downgrading, it will restart on its own. Check in settings if it's successfully downgraded. We will see that the Vita is now in 3.65 ENSO. Next is we go back to Henkaku settings. Then spoofed version. Change it to the latest firmware. 3.74. Next is go to the system. Auto start settings. Uncheck download update file for system software. And that's it. We already mod the Vita permanently. It's time to install necessary apps and set up the SD2 Vita. Let's go back to Vita deploy. Click App Downloader. Choose and check the necessary apps that you will be needing. I choose ITLS Installer, Adrenaline, PKGJ and Custom Theme Manager. Then click Download the selected apps. Wait until all apps are downloaded. You can install the apps one by one, but I use Install All. Press triangle. Then mark all. Press triangle again. Click More. Install all. Press X to install. Wait until it finishes. Check in the home menu if all the apps are installed. Next is to set up the applications. First is Auto Plugins 2. Click Check for plugin updates. If there is an update, click it and install. Then click Install Plugins. Choose the important plugins to be installed. I installed no AVLS because the Vita I used has AVLS automatically active. Then no NPDRM, this is very important in order to play backup game files. No power limits, it's only optional. PSV shell, for overclocking, it is also optional. Reauth, to access PSN shop even on lower firmwares. Refud, is used to play Vita games that requires higher firmware to work. Repatch, for games with English translations. Shell SEC BAT, in order to see the battery percent. And Stay Bright, to disable auto dimming. You can add some plugins that you will be using or skip some of the plugins I installed. After installing all the plugins, close the application. The Vita will restart in order to activate the plugins that have installed. After restart, we go to the next application to be set up. Click Adrenaline, this is used to play PSP and PS1 games. Install the 6.61 firmware by pressing the X button. Wait until the download finished. Open Adrenaline again. Press X to install the 6.61 firmware. Wait until it finished installing. Press X to boot the PSPXMB. Set up the adrenaline. And the adrenaline application is now functional. Next is ITLSENSO. This is used to access the PSN store even at lower firmware. Install the full ITLS package. The Vita will reboot after installation. Next is PKGJ. This is used to download backup games. Press triangle and click refresh. This is making the game show on the PKGJ. Custom Theme Manager is for Vita themes. I did not show how to set it up, but you can try it to use it. Our final step to do is to set up the SD to Vita. This is the SD to Vita adapter. And I will be using 128 GB SanDisk micro SD card. Insert the micro SD to the SD to Vita. Then insert it to the Vita. After that, open Vita Deploy. Go to Miscellaneous. Format a storage device. Format target storage. Wait until formatted message will appear. Click Reboot. Open Settings. Click Devices. Storage Devices. Check YAMT. Click Reboot. Open Vita Shell. We will see that the UMAO has the size of the micro SD. Click and enter UXO. Press triangle. Press mark all. Press triangle again. Click copy. Go to the UMAO. Press triangle. Press paste. Wait until the copying process will be done. After that, close the Vita shell. Go back to Settings. Click Devices. Storage Devices. Press UXO. Set up UXO as SD2 Vita. Press UMAO. Set it up as internal storage. Click Reboot. After reboot, go back to Settings. System. You will see that capacity of the memory card is already 119 GB. And that's it. The Vita is now jailbroken and the SD2 Vita is already set up. Please like, share, comment and also subscribe and click the notification bell to be updated on my new release videos. See you on the next video. Thank you.